All right, all right, all right. What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy on Sports here. Going to quickly go through the off-season recap. It's been a rapid off-season here at Nagy on Sports as we get ready to move into the future. So very quickly, I'll take you through the final Browns roster, not the 53, of course, but we've got some cuts that need to be made. Quarterback room looks pretty similar there as well. Running backs, as somebody even had said and requested, did decide to go Antonio Gibson. So Antonio Gibson was the option for that next running back up. These are all some rookies that I signed who are all destined, including Chop Williams, probably all destined for the practice squad. We're certainly not going to keep that many running backs, but somebody had even said that. I said, huh, good thinking. I actually did that. So as you asked for and as we got, Mike Evans is the big splash free agent. Completing that receiver room now, you got Mike Evans, you got Cooper, you got Elijah Moore, you got the rookie Adonai Mitchell or A.D. Mitchell, Bo Melton, another quality player who could be on the practice squad. Then, of course, you got Tillman. Ananias Smith is another undrafted rookie free agent who has an opportunity. Ananias Smith, sort of the same mold as Devon Achane from the same college as well. Potentially a chance to be a kick returner, and then Bell and the rest of that room. Chief highlights the room. Hey, Mitchell, welcome in. And hey, George, welcome in. Chief continues to highlight the room with Akins back again, and then the rookie Jared Wiley, who we took in the draft. Again, 6'7", 260, just like that frame that he can work on. DeJuan Jones is the left tackle now. Again, if you remember from the draft recap video, we ended up trading Jed Wills for a first-round pick that turned into A.D. Mitchell. DeJuan moves over to the left side. Batonio and Whippler are back. Posick, Putnam was a late-round pick. Deaton still around as well. Teller and Alex Leatherwood, of course. And then Jack Conklin, and then a young right tackle who could end up on the practice squad. Conklin back from his injuries. Zadarius Smith was re-signed along with McGuire and Wright. That room looks pretty similar, as does this one. Myles Garrett, Okoronkwo, and Isaiah Thomas. Dalvin Tomlinson. Hey, Mason, welcome in. We'll see. We'll see if he does or not. Dalvin Tomlinson back again. Mo Hurst just decided to re-sign him. It kept looking, kept going by. Shelby Harris re-signed as well, but again, 10 years. You can see his Madden nerfing has begun. At the age of 33, he's already down to a 73, so it's more of a situational play. Ika's still there, and Chris Williams was a last year's practice squad guy. Taki re-signed. Again, Quincy Roach, a last year player on the practice squad. So, decided to go around and look for some speed at the middle linebacker position. Of all the free agents available, Isaiah Simmons, former first-round pick of Clemson, went to Arizona, couldn't really do anything, went to the New York Giants, couldn't really do anything. So he's going to be the starting middle linebacker along with the rookie Edgerrin Cooper that we talked about yesterday. Look at that speed, though, coming from him at a 93 with 92 acceleration, 91 agility. So an opportunity for him to maybe find a home. Again, I know that Zagura and Bo Bishop like him. But so excited that play. He was just there. He just kept every time I would go by that position, he was there. And again, we needed another middle linebacker. So we're going to give Isaiah Simmons a shot, see what he does. JOK, of course, next to him. Tony Fields back as well. Again, this room is absolutely stacked with Ward, Newsome, MJ Emerson, Cam Mitchell, TJ Tampa. Again, as we talked about, one of the rookies. These are guys at the bottom here who are all practice squad candidates. Safety room, same thing. A lot of practice squad guys, but expected to be Thornhill and Hickman for sure. Grant Delpit up to an 86. Jaden Hicks, the rookie that we talked about as well. Do have a kicker, big old, the hefty lefty as they call him, or the thicker kicker. That's what they call him because he's 5'11", 245. Harrison Mevis from Missouri, of course, as we saw him in the Buckeye Bowl game, and he will go to the practice squad as well. So will Ryan Raycow. So that's a look at what the Browns decided to do, but this is obviously not just a Browns channel. So we'll go ahead and quickly do some of the other places. So we'll do some of these bigger positions, position groups kind of across the league. So Lamar Jackson still, of course, at the top. Much has not changed. How about Brock Purdy up to a 91 after a trip to the Super Bowl? And he's picked up the Bazooka X Factor. I don't know if that's the right one for him. We may have to change that one. Jalen Hurts still there as well, back. Justin Herbert with his new coach there, C.J. Stroud. Stafford had a great season. Deshaun, of course. Jordan Love. Jared Goff, so no real changes here yet. Justin Fields did stay in Chicago. We talked about that yesterday. Kyler Murray did stay in Arizona. Baker Mayfield re-signing with Tampa Bay. Aaron Rodgers back, but again, his Madden nerf has started as he's down to a 79 at age 40. Drake May coming in as one of the top rookies, the number 2 overall pick. He will be in New England. Kirk Cousins is going to go sign and play for the Raiders as they opt to go with Kirk Cousins. Caleb Williams, of course, trading up to the first pick was the Commanders. Sam Howell right behind him as his backup. There's Jaden Daniels, new rookie quarterback for the Falcons. Desmond Ridder was traded to be the backup for Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. Kenny Pickett still in Pittsburgh. Bo Nix will be your quarterback in Denver. Bryce Young, of course, back again in Carolina. Michael Penix will be the new starting quarterback in Minnesota. Geno Smith in a two-man race with their young rookie quarterback. That's J.J. McCarthy in Seattle. Anthony Richardson back. The Minstash backing up Daniel Jones. Now we're starting to get to more irrelevance here. There's Will Levis. There's Jones. Jake Browning back as the backup. Sam Hartman, the rookie out of Notre Dame, et cetera, et cetera. So let's look at some of those. How about some big-name running backs on the move? So Christian McCaffrey, no surprises. Saquon Barkley with some of that cash. They are going to go and sign him in Chicago. So Justin Fields gets a new fun weapon to play with, and that's going to be Saquon Barkley, his lead running back. Josh Jacobs going to sign with the Houston Texans. So C.J. Stroud gets another big weapon in the backfield to replace Dameon Pierce and Devin Singletary. Nick Chubb back, of course. ETN back. Kenneth Walker. How about Derrick Henry to the Chargers? So Eckler goes to free agency. You bring in Jim Harbaugh. They drafted a tight end at number 4, and they want to ground and pound this thing. So as the 30 years old, still rated 90 overall, Derrick Henry signing with the Chargers. Tony Pollard ends up in New York to replace Saquon Barkley. Is still a 90 on the season. There's Jonathan Taylor, Mixon, Pacheco, DeAndre Swift then going to Dallas to replace Tony Pollard there. Jahmyr Gibbs still around, Bijan, Breece Hall, Montgomery, Devon Achane still around, Aaron Jones, Kyron Williams. None of these have changed here. James Cook, there's Dameon Pierce, Ramondre Stevenson. There's another free agent right there. Devin Singletary will go to be a backfield tandem with Ty Spears. Austin Eckler goes to Philly, so he will be the new starting running back in Philly. Chuba Hubbard's still there. A.J. Dillon going to go and be the starting running back in Vegas. And now we're J.K. Dobbins to the Chiefs. See if there's any other obvious free agents that I didn't tell you about. Zeke Elliott to the Panthers, Cam Akers to the Vikings. There's Antonio Gibson that we talked about. Edwards-Helaire to the Cowboys. So those are some of those kinds of players. At the wide receiver position, a couple of big names on the move. We already saw one. That was Mike Evans, who ended up going to the Browns. Justin Jefferson still, Tyreek, CeeDee Lamb, Antonio Brown. First one to move teams is Mike Evans to the Browns. There you go, at an 89. But his Madden nerfing has started as well at 31. He'll be a one-year player for sure, and that's it. Other players on the move here. How about Michael Pittman? He signs with the Falcons. So you have Michael Pittman, Drake London, and Kyle Pitts as 3 huge options for the rookie Jaden Daniels. It could be pretty fun out there. There's Garrett Wilson, Addison, T. Higgins. He signs as a free agent in Arizona to be Arizona's number 1 wide receiver. There's Rashee Rice, Puka Nacua, Gabe Davis, another free agent signing. He'll be wide receiver number 1 in Carolina, the big 6'2", 225 target there. Calvin Ridley also signing in Carolina. So they really redo their wide receiver room with Calvin Ridley and Gabe Davis. So it should be fun for them there. Hollywood Brown then signing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, kind of replacing the role that Mike Evans left for him. There's Marv, as we talked about. Odell Beckham signing with the Cardinals as well. Curtis Samuel signing to replace T. Higgins with the Bengals. Tyler Boyd going to the Patriots. See if Rashid Shaheed going to replace Beckham at the Ravens. Darnell Mooney going to the Lions. There's Malik Neighbors, the rookie. Kendrick Bourne is a free agent. Paris Campbell, a free agent. Donovan Peoples-Jones to the Raiders, a free agent. So getting down to the mid-70s here. Tight ends, not a lot of huge tight end movement here at the top. I think the top free agent was Dalton Schultz. He re-signed with the Texans. Other than that, I think Gerald Everett was the top one, as well as Hunter Henry, and they actually flip-flop teams. Henry goes to the Chargers, and Everett goes to the Patriots. Other players of significance, top left tackles that went somewhere. Tyron Smith, he's going to go to the New York Jets, and he's actually going to shift over to the right tackle position as he's 33 years old now. Other top left tackles that were on the move, I think it was just Trent Brown. He re-signed with the Patriots. And I'm pretty sure that was it in terms of free agents. There were not a lot of guards, not a lot of big-time free agent right tackles either. Mike Onyewu signing to the Texans. He was the highest-rated right tackle that was signed. Yeah, nobody really else jumping off the page at me. Mekhi Becton to the Packers, I suppose, is a big one. Defensive linemen who were free agents. Justin Madubuike had a huge season. He's going to go to the Cardinals as well. So they're spending a lot of money to try to revamp. They had a lot of holes to fill. Montez Sweat, of course, went in the middle of the season. I think that might be it for top free airs. Brandon Graham, he went to the Rams. Danico Autry to the Packers. But now we're into dudes in the mid rounds. Right defensive ends that were free agents. Leonard Williams goes to the Commanders as they needed some edge rushers. Bryce Huff goes to the 49ers to replace Chase Young. Actually, where is Chase Young? Is he up here at the top? Did I miss Chase Young? He's supposed to be in here somewhere because he signed. Mike Dana to the Ravens. That was one. Leonard Floyd to the Titans. That was one. Jonathan Grenard to the Vikings. Cleveland Farrell to the Commanders. Durance Armstrong to the Bears. Latu is the rookie. Epineza to the Seahawks. So those kinds of players. Did I miss Chase Young on this other one? Oh, there he is. Chase Young. Signed by the Panthers as well. They spent a bunch of money to get him again as they try to bounce back. Defensive tackles. The big one on the move, of course, was Chris Jones, and he is going to sign with the Atlanta Falcons. Hotlanta. Throwing some of their weight around. They're going to be formidable in that NFC South, which is very winnable. Next highest defensive tackle was DJ Reader. He follows his old offensive coordinator Brian Callahan down to Tennessee. Other free agent defensive tackles include Grover Stewart, also to the Cardinals. Michael Pierce going to the Chiefs from the Ravens to replace Chris Jones. And I think that was it for the big names that left. Maybe Daquan Jones is a free agent. Sebastian Joseph Day, Tyler Tart. Those guys all. Michael Hall, we saw that. The rookie as well. Drazon Newton, the rookie as well. Outside linebackers, Daniil Hunter, pass rusher, going to the Commanders again, as they had both their edge rushers get traded in the middle of the season, of course. Clowney signing with the Minnesota Vikings. And there's the rookie Dallas Turner. Josh Uche to the Titans. Nothing significant there. Other outside linebacker position. Josh Allen, the pass rusher from Jacksonville, going over to the Texans again as they're able to keep spending some of that money with Stroud on the rookie deal. Brian Burns going from Carolina to Jacksonville to replace Josh Allen in that particular move. I'm not sure. Andrew Van Ginkel to the Vikings. He was a free agent. Blake Cashman to the Panthers. He was a free agent as well. And then the middle linebackers, of course, a couple of big names moving. Fred Warner, Roquan Smith, no changes there. But the first change, how about Levante David finally leaving the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? He will be the middle linebacker play caller for that new Titans defense again with Brian Callahan as his coach. Patrick Queen following his defensive coordinator from Baltimore to Seattle to man the middle of that defense for the Seahawks. Devin White did re-sign with the Buccaneers. Bobby Wagner will go to Atlanta as well to kind of man their defense and provide some veteran leadership. Frankie Louvu was a free agent. Drew Tranquil was a free agent to the Panthers. Cody Barton was a free agent. So nothing crazy. A couple of corners on the move of note. Top cornerback free agent was Jalen Johnson, who re-signed with the Bears. Kendall Fuller going to the Titans as well. L'Jarius Sneed technically was a free agent, but he re-signs with the Chiefs. So did Kenny Moore. Stephon Gilmore going to the Texans as well. So they're going to have Stingley and Stephon Gilmore. They are really spending some cash here again with their quarterback on the rookie deal. I don't think any of the rest of these folks were. Steven Nelson was a free agent. Murphy Bunting was a free agent. So there you go, Levi Wallace. Now we're into that spot right there. Free safeties. Winfield was a free agent, but they re-signed him immediately, as I think that they will do. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson going to the Packers. He was the top free agent there. Micah Hyde, free agent, going to the Giants, staying in the New York area. Geno Stone was a free agent, went to the Chargers. Alohi Gilman to the Patriots was a free agent. John Johnson III to the New York Jets as well. Strong safeties, free agents this year included Xavier McKinney. He's also going to the Texans again, as they're spending some cash to try to get themselves Kyle Duggar to the Falcons relevant here. Cam Curl to the Dolphins as a free agent. Ryan Neal to the Broncos as a free agent. Deshaun Elliott to the Buccaneers as a free agent. And I think that's probably about it. Jordan Fuller to the Packers as a free agent in terms of like starters. So that is that. The offseason has come to a conclusion. I'm not going to sim any of the preseason games. We're just going to jump right into the regular season. So I will go through these real quick and get through the cuts, and we'll let you know when that one's coming up. Mason, yeah, I'm going to tweak the playbook a little bit. I'm not really sure what a Ken Dorsey offense looks like. So I'm going to try to keep in some of that play action, like under center play action game that Flacco did so well that hopefully Watson will see there. Bring back a couple of the option plays that I took out for Watson. Mack never got to be a free agent. No, you're talking about Khalil Mack. He was never a free agent. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So appreciate you guys being on. Thanks for slogging through that with me. This is the part of the game that I really enjoy the most, is just grinding through these rosters and making sure everybody's got a starting caliber this and a starting caliber that. So, and again, a lot of those decisions were made with our help, with your guys' help rather, on the Discord channel. So excited that we're able to get this one going. And again, stand by very soon. We will be kicking off the new season very, very shortly. So have a great rest of your day. If you want to see where the rest of those rookies went, you can go back and watch the draft recap video as well. Take care. Go Browns!